Death is the door. Let us start. New. I played through this once on my own, which will help avoid a bit of confusion. Ripping Commission Headquarters. Flying bus. Birdie bird.
Blades.
It's a boy.
Let's hope that bird isn't angry.
I don't have enough catapults for that. I like how this Reaping Commission Headquarters is mostly black and white with like a few color splashes standing out.
Well, apparently next to a Chinese takeout place.
Yeah. Can't be a bird without shinies. Meh. Hall of Doors. I realize my face is over top of the splash thing that announces the areas I walk into. This place is the Hall of Doors. Doors. This way. Chandler the Handler. A soul for me to reap.
Reap, reap. Once you let the sauce kind of sit there and soak in, it gets even better.
Yeah? That's why leftovers are sometimes better the next day.
Yeah, I think I did pretty good.
In some cases.
It's pretty good. The sauce is real easy. It's chili powder, turmeric, a little sugar, a little salt, and some chicken stock.
Naturally.
And maybe a little cornstarch for thickening, and then it's whatever meat and veg you decide to put in there.
I love typing. Well, I guess as a typist, you are in the right job.
Secretarial pool.
Yep. Pool of two.
Thinking of video games, before I forget, this drifts out of my head again. You hear about the upcoming RoboCop game?
No.
Saw a trailer for it. It's gonna release June 2023, but yeah. RoboCop Rogue City. And the original actor, RoboCop actor Peter Weller, will be voicing RoboCop.
Don't move, creep. Well, I hope they don't fuck it up. I hope he looks like the original RoboCop and not the rebooted one.
It looks. I've seen the trailer. It looks like the original one. And
these little guys.
Yeah. There's even like the Ed 209 robot is there too.
Well, you have to. You can't not.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Ah, that's creepy.
Well. It is an instant boss.
Yeah. That's okay. We're supposed to lose this fight, I think. Actually, no. We're supposed to fight it to a certain point, and then something happens. dead. Ah. Turn it. Get used to how this combat works again. I only get my arrows back when I hit something. So I can't just stay back in Archer.
No.
Oops. I like how as the fight goes on, they start getting all these glowy red cracks on them to indicate damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit like the old arcade beat 'em ups where the enemy would start flashing faster,
Yeah.
but a bit more stylized. There we go. Boy, just my glowy. Can't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Lost Cemetery, Forbidden Region.
Mm-hmm.
It is forbidden.
Forbidden.
Exactly. What's in here? I don't remember. Hey, one of these. Life Seed. Yeah, they have an interesting thing they do with healing in this game. You gotta find these seeds, then you can find a pot to plant them in, and then that'll grow a fruit that you can eat to heal yourself.
That's good.
And then after a little while, it'll regrow later.
Hmm.
But you can't just like carry it around with you as like a healing potion.
Oh, yeah.
But the more seeds collected, the more areas you can set up with respawning health fruit.
Oh, yeah.
So
Sort of, kind of one of the things you can do in RuneScape.
it takes a long time, but it does come back.
But there are certain places you can plant, especially with trees or bushes. You just plant the tree or the bush, and even after you picked everything off of it, the tree or the bush will still be there. So you come back later, more will have grown.
Yeah, got you.
It doesn't work with, say, allotments where you're growing fruit like vegetables and stuff in there. Once you pick them out, it's empty. You only have to plant more. Good. Unit of soul energy. Come here.
But he stole my soul energy. I would love to, but I can't. You don't look like a badger at all.
Mm.
So I unlocked this new door.
Mm.
I think each area has like 3 or 4 of these. Hello. Alright, that's 100 solar energy. Now I've got 202. But I need 400 to buy an upgrade. You only get like the small amounts from these guys. Like I got 2 from him. Yeah, it's a bit of a Zelda-ish game overall.
First when I saw people, I thought they were bird masks. I said, "I'm going to be," or some bird people like, "We playing a hat in time?"
That game was fun.
Oh yeah.
I also like how the bodies get left behind on the ground. Look at this guy, he's just like, wah. Well, here's one of the pots I can put the seeds into. But I'm going to hang on to mine for now.
Yeah, that's a different thing about when you're planting. Well, yeah, especially like planting bushes. You just have a bush patch, put a seed in, and wait for the bush to grow. Same thing like fruits and vegetables. Now with a tree, you can't just put it in the ground. First, you have to go get a pot, put a seed in the pot, let it grow into a sapling, then use the sapling with the patch.
Ah.
Some things they make more steps than others, but
I would assume in most cases the more steps you have to do, the more useful the thing you're going to get is going to be.
oh yeah, like I've got like 4 or 5 different trees out there, kind of depending on the stuff that I use. I got one apple tree growing. I got one pineapple plant. Actually, no, wait, I don't have a pineapple plant anymore. I found a place where I can pick them wild, so I don't need that anymore. I know I've got about 2 coconut trees and a curry tree.
Curry.
Yeah, curry's used for 1 or 2 recipes, so I have 1 plant of that. You can also trade them in to gardeners for watching over certain types of plants. Let's see. Coconut tree is, well, the coconut has 2 purposes. One, after you crack it open, you can get coconut milk, which is actually used in making certain potions.
And curry.
Yeah. And the coconut shell is used in gardening. You can make a higher level compost. Yeah.
These guys with the masks on their back, you can't hit them when they're standing. You gotta let them stun themselves. Or you can, if you attack them enough, you can shatter the mask, but it's got more health than they do, so.
It's like the turtles in Mario. You gotta wait till they're on their back.
Yeah, a plate of armor on them, basically.
What do we got here?
Hey, bud, why do you have a grave on your head?
I'm almost getting a sort of a Ori vibe from your dude.
Art style-wise, kinda. I like how they're giving you some combat tutorial through this guy trying to get you to kill him. Imagine being an immortal gravedigger. That would be grim.
Oh man, I cooled down in here. Wet up a storm while I was cooking.
I bet.
I was slaving over a hot stove for you kids.
So here. Monies.
Money's is mine's.
Mine?
Money's is mine's. Man, have plenty of leftovers, so this will be lunch tomorrow. Now walk.
I
Glad I
still
made
got a
it.
bit of my soup left.
Haven't broke out the old walk in quite a while. I'm glad I didn't. A walk, that's what you throw the web at. What, nothing?
You walk 'em.
Walk. A walk is what you throw the web at.
Unless it's duck season.
Web it season. I'm a fiddler crab. Why did you shoot me? It's fiddler crab season.
Sometimes they hide stuff behind perspective like this.
Yeah, my isometrics.
Yeah, sneaky. Well, you look friendly. And you are. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love getting power-ups from giant, scary-looking faces.
I did like this recipe while I was reading it.
Can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
You took that other guy out. Really can't hear you now, by the way. I don't know if you just stopped
sorry.
or what.
I stopped talking. I said, the recipe said, like, let me see if I can find it again, because it's a funny. It's just make sure to wear an apron or a black t-shirt and use metal as opposed to wood or ram utensils to stir fry. This turmeric and curry powder can leave stains.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I do. Muffed it on the wooden spatula. That's what I used. Oh well. I use that for so many different dishes. It's clearly got flavors. It's probably flavored and reflavored.
Oh, you got me.
Oops.
Very dramatic. I don't remember if I have to go back and pick up any lots, any stuff from where I died or not. I'm gonna go back and double check. Doesn't look like it. I appear to still have my stuff, but let's just make sure. Hello, Gamley. How you doing? Alright. Get him. Gambling a few extra spoons is always useful. Always good to have.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing alright. A little tired some days because I'm working on getting up earlier than I usually have been, so that I can get back to the job hunt. You know, it's hard to get to a job interview when you wake up at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Yes, I'd say so.
And considering it's probably restaurants I'll be applying to,
Mm.
they're likely to want me to show up for like 8 a.m. interviews or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, before the restaurant opens.
Okay.
In many cases, at least.
Yeah.
So, getting up in the middle of the afternoon is not going to be any good for that.
Yeah.
Alright, I can afford an upgrade now. I think I'm going to see if I can get myself some more attack power. Let me see, we got melee weapon damage, as well as their reach. That's interesting. Dexterity. Alright, I can attack faster. Beast. Greater base speed, faster dodges, and less cooldown time between dodges. Okay. And magic is the ranged attack spells. Because even though I'm firing a bow, it's like a bow made of magic energy, so. And I can replace it with other spells later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take strength for now. Could definitely use the damage and reach. I'm not sure how much reach difference there is, but definitely can use it. Be a baker? No, that'd be the other gentleman in this call. Right, Blast?
Yeah.
No, I'm not super into baking. I'm not super good at it.
Yeah. Yeah,
they definitely get up early. In many cases.
I mean, I've been a baker, and yeah, gotta get there
Oh,
like
look,
4 in the morning.
I am apparently about to fight a church.
That's a church. Oh no, it's that freaking walking house from Final Fantasy.
I love the Hell House. I'm so happy that they kept it in the remake. Also, people have been speculating as to what Part 3 of the remake is going to be called. I don't know if you saw the announcement of Part 2, but Part 2 is called Rebirth.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, okay, we got Remake, Rebirth, and what's the other one going to be? I wonder. I also like how dramatic this bow is. Like, the screen shakes every time I fire it.
I can make several. I can make one remark of what I call it, but I can't on the light.
Yes. We're also doing some stuff with Crisis Core as well.
Yeah.
I think that one was... What was that one called? It had a name fitting the convention as well. But I forget what it was.
Yeah.
Laser Church, go away.
I knew the church was powerful, but jeez.
Right? Ooh, Italian bread is nice. Starting at 7 p.m. and working till 3. That sounds actually quite nice.
They had me doing bread.
Assuming
It
there's
was like,
buses.
I worked from like 4 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Oh, watch! I like this detail of the game here. The signpost here.
Yeah.
Chop it up.
Now, mind you, the bread that I bake it's Walmart bread, and while we bake it there, we don't make the dough there. The dough arrives pre-made and frozen, so we have to. Okay. The process is usually the dough will, take the dough that has been thawed overnight and set it out to come up to the right temp, and then bake that. Let it cool, package it, slice any that you need to slice, and then break out the stuff and put it on the racks, put in the cooler for the next day's stuff.
Gray Crow.
Crack in the head, but I need
You're the guy that jumped me earlier.
But then I took an arrow to the knee. Oh, wait.
Sorry. Capture. Do you know where we are?
You're in the jungle, baby.
Title drop.
What is that?
I thought it was just a leg end.
A leg end. Raid Shadow leg ends?
Shady leg ends, yes.
It's your boy, Raid Shadow Legends.
Ugh. Gross. Gross. Collect all of the big boss souls. I didn't know we were playing Dark Souls now. Go and do that. Yeah, I used to work overnights when I was in the call center for a while, which is the main reason I was there for so long, because it was working overnights wasn't so bad. I didn't stick around too long after overnights went away.
Mm.
Then the call center itself closed down, and I guess I just got out ahead of the curve to some degree. Yeah, when I went to the college to learn the culinary skills course there, we had to do a baking class, and I was not great at it. It was my worst class.
Hmm.
Still, though, an overnight job like that would be pretty cool. Hey, Snow. Still having dinner? Oh, I just realized I have my bad lighting on still. Give me a sec. Yeah. Alright, that should be... Oh, let's see if that's too bright or not. People are still doing fireworks. I guess they gotta finish using them up, huh? Yeah, here, little buggy. Alright. That's open, but I wanted to peek around over here too. I can't go that way. Alright, yeah, I can't get through the webbed doors yet. I need fire magic. Yeah, I don't know why people have so much of an obsession with fireworks. Like, I know there's the whole... Obviously, there's the traditional... You know, celebrate your nation's holiday kind of thing, but... I don't know why they keep doing it before and after, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me, though, but I got bored of fireworks early on.
Yeah.
Unless somebody does, like, something really impressive with them. Like, just standard fireworks, I just don't care.
Yeah. The most impressive thing I saw in fireworks was Kathleen Madigan posting. She bought at the fireworks stand the pooping dog firework.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about the same. You remember the little black snake?
Uh-huh.
So it works on that principle. Instead of coming out from the top, it's coming from behind this little paper dog thing with these big bulging eyes, like it's. I'm gonna take a shit.
Gambling, random explosions in D&D, thumbs up.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I catch fireball.
Exactly. Oh, I got some shooty puzzles here. Boink. The old Zelda classic, shoot your arrow through fire, and then it's a fire arrow.
Fire. Fire, fire.
State of the Urn Witch. There's a title.
How much does the witch earn?
Yeah.
Oh boy, somebody was showing some picture and it was like, you know, the inside of a shopping mall in the 1980s. You could definitely tell by some of the patrons the clothes and the hair. I mean,
Very distinctive era.
When you see, I mean, I don't know if you watch that show Stranger Things. I don't, but I see pictures and some of the people say, oh yeah, that is most 80s.
I've seen the first 2 seasons. I believe there's 3 of them now.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've had a 4th yet?
There is actually, you can buy it frozen from your frozen grocery section. You can get Surfer Boy pizza now.
That reminds me of when certain stores started selling cheesy poofs.
Yeah, I like that. But they're showing the entire. Well, I said, let's see. Okay, I'll need to hit Camelot Music, Walden Books, Circus World, Aladdin's Castle, and Caramel Corn.
Yeah.
I think maybe with the exception of Caramel Corn, I think all the others are long gone now.
So this guy here is telling me that something's unusual. It's like, who are you to be calling things unusual? Are you aware that your head is a pot? With a campfire coming out of your neck.
Yeah. Pink, pink. Arr.
Judge me by the deliciousness of the soup inside my head.
That's right.
Pothead.
Soup head. Oh. I love that.
Question is, if you eat the soup that comes out of this guy's pot head, is that cannibalism?
I don't know.
Is that brain eating?
Yep.
Either way, he seems nice.
Yeah. But yeah, those were the
tannerite in Renaissance times. What is tannerite? I don't know what that is. Based on the context of the conversation so far, I'm guessing it's some sort of explosive compound.
Okay, I just looked at their explosive targets, like for shooting.
Yep. The Garden of Peace. Well, not anymore, it's not.
Okay. Yep. But yeah, it says they are basically rifle targets with a inert explosive in it. So just dropping it or maybe like hitting with a hammer isn't going to do anything. Shoot it with a...
Actually, Gamling says that impact makes them explode. So
well,
I guess it would.
Well, I'm reading it.
Maybe
like
not these specific ones. Maybe these ones are a bit more fine-tuned.
High impact, like a like a rifle bullet. But so it makes sure you have to be a distance away when it explodes.
Magic missile.
Missile. Look at the missiles. Magic lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt is a glorious spell.
So it's... I'm dead.
Lightning bolt and fireball are definite favorites. Although one should not discount one of the best spells when you're low level is sleep. You can kill a lot of level 1 critters with a sleep spell. You know, once they're asleep, just give them the old coup de Gracie.
Say good night, Gracie. Good night, Gracie.
Hell,
But,
even if you
yeah.
don't get them all with it, you can at least make yourself safer for a little while. Take out half your opponents so that only half of them are fighting you anymore.
Yep. But if we were in the mall, the places, back to the thing, you'll hit Camelot Music. That's where you buy your records and tapes. All the latest.
You buy your music from a place called Music? Really?
Well, you know what I mean. Camelot Music, in case you know. Walden Books, I go see the latest comics and any new D&D stuff. That's what I always buy there. Surface World was like a mall exclusive, like chain of toy stores. I think they got replaced by KB. Aladdin's Castle, where was the arcade.
That sounds fun.
They were like a chain of like mall. Just about every mall had an Aladdin's Castle or a Diamond Gems. Those were the two main like chains of arcades and malls.
Arcades used to be great back in the day. Now it's all just light guns and driving games and stuff.
I know, they don't. Yeah, these are all this is 1980s stuff I'm talking here, Gamley. And I think of all the chains, but the only one I think still exists is Caramel Corn. Which, if everyone says on the tin, basically buy all kinds of great flavored popcorn.
Yeah, we've got a thing here called Kernels. That does that. They're like the Baskin Robbins of popcorn.
Yeah. Well, I'm older than you even, so yeah, but the Gamley, but hello.
There you is. I was starting to worry that you were going to request a game and we'd play it entirely without you all night.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh no,
I think that's happened before, actually. How's it going, Kai?
Oh.
Nope, I think your Discord's doing the breaking up thing again. I think you have to do the chorus thing again.
It should be permanent.
Yeah. Nope, stuff you do like that only affects it until you restart the computer. Unfortunately. Do her ceramic deed.
Mm-hmm.
You realize there's a hole in that spoon, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I wonder what kind of soup it is. Enjoy your modding, Camly. Thank you for saying hello. Oops, I forgot about that. It's a triumph. But yeah, I think you can see why the person living here is called the Earned Witch now, eh? Bit of a theme going on here.
Birb.
Any luck, Kai? Smack some mushrooms, because that gives you back mana. Like hitting people would. There we go. Shenanigans are afoot here. I like the programming on the leaves. Just kick up the leaves for a little while. Smack a mushroom and shoot people. Mushroom power. That's how Mario does it, right? Oh, no, that's a flower. Surely there's got to be some sort of artwork out there of Mario eating a mushroom and then wildly hallucinating the entire Mario Brothers series, right? He's just like laying in a sewer, twitching and drooling. There we go. Alright. I don't think I can get any fire down. Oh, I need to get to the other side of that, I think. Actually, no, that's too high. I don't think I can do anything down here right now. Not until I can make fire at will.
Right, is that any better?
There we go.
Sounds a lot better.
Hello.
Cool. And not only did I fix it, I managed to fix it in a way that's permanent.
Ooh. You'll have to tell me how later.
It requires a piece of software called Process Lasso.
Oh, is that a thing that basically does it for you automatically each time?
Yep.
Oh, I
Nice.
saw the. I don't know why.
It's worth the price of admission, which is
Yay!
nothing.
Hey.
That's
Well,
a good
I
price.
got fireworks going off in my outside of my place. Oh well.
I hear that's going around.
Now
Hey, it's
people are
Pothead.
People are starved for entertainment.
Seriously.
Oh, well, I don't worry about sleep tonight since I lay off tomorrow too.
Nice.
I shan't fret then.
Ah, yes. You shan't fret indeed. Good man.
Just cherry, what?
What?
I say, Reginald, to come here on. Why?
Why? Peek over here and make sure I'm not missing any goodies.
You know what?
What's up?
There is a pro version of this software. It is $40. When I have $40 to blow, I might just do it.
What does it do that's different?
It allows me to do exactly what I did, only for literally everything, and keep it that way. That's actually incredibly powerful.
Nice.
I actually do a lot of different process hacking like that, and I thought this one would be different, but apparently not. If it's just going to make the shit like that easier, it's worth the price of admission as well.
Nice.
There you
Like the
go.
actual price.
Oh god, somebody took two of my favorite YouTubers. Peter Gagic, I'm pronouncing Gagic is his last name. And Brandon Tenold, they do movie reviews.
Hey, Dan.
Heyo.
And they did an animation where they're doing fucking Terrence and Phillip from South Park. Because they're both Canadians.
Of course.
Yes, I noticed that about you, Krendar. The top of your head doesn't flap around like that. You're not really Canadian.
I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
I find out what's the boot.
What's this all about, eh? So how's Dan doing?
I'm doing.
Nice.
My back's acting up, so I tried to go and stretch it out a little bit, but
So I
Sorry
just
to
finished
hear that.
Wonderlands a couple nights ago.
what
Pretty
were your
fun.
thoughts?
I enjoyed it, but it was a little bit annoying how each class only got one skill tree.
Yeah,
Instead
the
of the usual
multi-classing. Yeah. The multi-classing lets you pick 2. You can make
Yeah,
some
but-
pretty cool combinations with that, but
I'm not even looking for combinations, just like choices. Like the game has half as many skill trees as Borderlands games usually do.
Yep.
Overall.
mhm.
I like how he takes the lid off and make it into a shield now. And from the looks of it, that's appeared to be split pea soup that's in there.
Be a lot of things, but maybe that's it.
That's green, I know that.
Yeah.
Could be lentil soup. Some lentil soups are green.
That's
Yeah.
door, huh?
Yep. I'm enjoying how Wonderlands gives you hybrid names for your class depending on what 2 classes you combine.
Uh-huh.
So my my Spore Warden / Graveborn combo is a Morticulturalist.
Uh-huh.
That's a good one.
And even further, you'll notice on like the armor classes, based off of which one is the dominant class in the combination for the multi-class, like armor rolls, you'll get combinations like Cultist, Reaver, Ghost Light, all sorts of different further things. So
Yep. But yeah, I beat the game with my Clawbringer. I was technically comboed up with Berserker, but I only had 1 skill from Berserker. And then I took everything else from Clawbringer, which got real overpowered.
Okay, I
So-
think...
Real quick, and here's the reason why I don't like that pun. It is absolutely top tier pun, and I appreciate the wordsmithing, but it's wrong.
Yeah?
Fungiculture is not horticulture, and nor should they be misunderstood. There's nothing horticultural about fungiculture. They're 2 completely different classes. So,
Well,
I think,
alright, I'll go ask for a refund.
well, the Mort is coming from Graveborn for...
That's not what she means, though.
the M is coming from that. They're trying to mix,
It's a pun on horticulture, and that's the
right.
what's being commented
Yeah.
on.
That's my problem, is that that's wrong.
Well, as Dorothy Parker said, you can lead a horticulture, but you can't make her think.
Okay.
But yeah, holy crap, a maxed out Clawbringer was so powerful, though.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Green lentil.
The M, they were
chestnut
also
soup.
getting the word Mort because Graveborns deal with death.
Yeah,
So,
that's the pun.
yeah.
Still,
I'm finding...
there-
Oh, go ahead, guy. You started first.
it's only wordsmith the way it is because of horticulture. Fungiculture never came into their thought process on it, and it's clear.
Well,
I
of
don't
course
know if they
not.
could have punned it
Because,
as well that way.
yeah.
But maybe. I don't know.
Fungiculture, horticulture, the E is still there, so it would still be morticulture.
No.
The E's down. Yep.
Fun guy.
No.
No, because clearly mort is a changing of hort.
Yeah, mort or mortis. You really wanted to get.
Yeah, I'm finding I don't like the Spore Warden skills as much as the Clawbringer, so I'm only taking like maybe a third of them. So I'm going to be spreading the points between the two classes much more with this character.
Well, I like to hang out with a mushroom man. He's a fun guy.
He is, and he's very safe to have around because he can res you like a player does.
A combo that I found, because I haven't really used the Spore Warden very much, because again, I was like, I get the gimmick of the class, but I found, other ones more interesting. But the Berserker and the Spore Warden, someone put a build together that they called Spore Splosion. And it specifically uses Torque weapons, so you use the sticky setting on the Torque. And the skills that you get from both Berserker and Spore Warden end up stacking damage on top of the damage stacks that you're getting from using the sticky setting on Torque weapon.
Ah, sneaky.
Mm-hmm. So it's pretty fun. You stick them up and then pull the trigger, and all of a sudden a bunch of ice and poison damage goes off.
Also, there's the idea that what my favorite action skill that the Spore Warden has is the Ice Tornado, and then the Berserker gets the ice damage bonus.
There's good synergy between those two classes.
Oh, I'm shooting his tongue specifically.
Oh shit, I just realized something.
Uh-oh.
Somebody who practices drunken boxing is a berserker.
Kind
Pretty
of.
much, yeah. Run, little crow person, run!
Yeah.
I hate that I came up with that.
Have you tried any of the Chaos Chambers yet?
Just the one because they give you a quest to do it. I thought it was pretty boring. Why do I want to just do infinite quests to get stronger when there's nothing to do with that strength now that I have it? just infinitely make your character stronger forever now that you've beaten the game. No thanks.
Yeah, they've got it up to Chaos level 50 so far. I like it. It's one of the few in-game Borderlands in-games that I've actually enjoyed. Mostly because it is.
Sorry, go ahead.
I like the fact that it's random each time. So each time you go into a chamber, you're getting a different setting, a different set of enemies, and you're getting different bosses in between. So I enjoy that as a... Because for me, the act of going through the dungeons, like the dungeon sections on the overworld, that sort of thing, is very cathartic for me. I like the mobbing aspect of the Borderlands series quite a bit. So that's why
like having lots of enemies come at you, you mean?
Yeah, and just wading through enemies, and that sort of thing is albeit for some very repetitive. For me, it's actually a draw. So I really like the Chaos Chambers.
Oh no,
the
it's
DLCs.
The Witch of Urns.
Urns.
This is the house of the Urn Witch, who we're here to collect her soul. Because she's been alive way longer than she's supposed to be. Also, she cursed somebody to have a soup pot for a head, and that was mean.
Fair enough.
You're not nice, lady. I'm going to kill you.
For your soul, madam. I'm looking forward to see what the next class that they're going to add in the fourth DLC is going to play like.
And I'm definitely not buying the first 3 DLCs, I'll tell you that.
Oh, the third DLC is actually pretty decent. They got some puzzle-solving aspects to it. It's far more interesting. It's more than just a chaos run. Like, the first 2, I really compare them to Chaos Chamber runs. But there's no randomization. Nice. You keep playing them through, and it's the same thing over and over again. They then add into the Chaos Chamber, which I like. But the third one actually has some puzzle-solving aspects to it. Like, they put a little more into it than the other ones. So I would get that, personally. Like, I wouldn't worry with the first 2, though.
Well, what's in the third one, then?
What?
What's in the third DLC?
So in the third DLC, you're basically trying to get to a guy that is in a prison complex. Each one deals with a different personal flaw, and the third one, the main guy in that one, protects things too closely. So, with his desire to protect those that he thinks that he cares about and what he thinks is his, he's essentially imprisoned all of them in this giant complex. It's holding on too tightly to things, basically. You have to go through a mine, you have to go through another setting, and basically you're finding and breaking the chains. So, like, the first area, you gotta break 4 chains, I think it is, to lower the bridge to get into closer. I haven't finished the third DLC yet, so...
okay, so it's got some actual content to it, then.
It's got some actual content. The other big thing with the DLCs, and why I guess ultimately, pick them up, you do get some pretty decent gear. No, I'd have to look at it. I don't know their names. I just know that it's the prison one. But
from that.
The legendaries you get from the DLCs are pretty nice. Like, some of the gear, especially if you're using lightning or frost damage, the first DLC gives weapons that apply the soaked effect. So when an enemy is soaked, they're far more susceptible to cold and lightning damage.
Yeah, I did a lot of damage. I also had, I forget what it was called, but I had some legendary that was making it so that things around me would just get hit with lightning bolts once in a while.
Oh,
it did like 4,000 damage.
The full battery, I think, is what it's called, or something like that. It's a shield that does that. So whenever you attack or someone attacks you,
no, it definitely wasn't a ward.
It wasn't a ward?
I think it was an amulet, or it was either an amulet or a ring, I think. Definitely wasn't a ward.
Yeah, probably an amulet, because I know rings don't do those effects.
Ward, you need to have a talk with the beaver.
Wait, what?
Ward, you need to have a talk with the beaver.
Oh.
Beaver Cleaver.
Wrong ward.
That's a throwback.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Not if, the break room, like MeTV, that's like the nostalgia TV network, is on all the time, so I'll see all kinds of stuff. Beaver, Father Knows Best, Donna Reed, all those stuff.
So this room's weird. You gotta puzzle this out based on, there's invisible urns I have to smash that are only shown in the reflection.
There's one on the table there, on the shelf in the top right.
Yep. Exactly. And now there's a door that I can't see as well because it's only in the reflection too. Aha! Shrine.
It's a Muppet.
Muppet.
Are you Gonzo's dad? Yeah, the Clawbringer got real nasty. Definitely stronger than my Morticulturalist. Still, though, it's almost impossible for the horticulturalist to die because my mushroom will res me.
Right?
You get the one up.
So, when it comes to critical hit, like damage and chance percentage, you can raise most of them, like the melee critical hit chance, the spell critical hit chance. You can get that up to nearly 100%. For whatever reason, they made the gun critical hit chance a multiplicative of the base. So anything you see that is raising like gun critical hits, it is raising it a percentage from whatever your character's base critical hit is on that. So even though it'll say like it raises critical hit by 30 or 40%, when it comes to guns, that's usually only about 1 or 2 points overall. Well, there was a ability on the Clawbringer called Awe, and instead of being multiplicative like that, it was global. So when you put points in Awe, all of a sudden your gun critical hit was through the roof.
I didn't take that until much later too.
Yeah,
Well,
and they were finding out that was probably one of the strongest skills in the game, so everyone was multi-classing into Clawbringer, and it ended up throwing off the build diversity players, because there was really no point to use the other ones when you had the one that could just, God walk through the entire thing. So they ended up taking that out, and then a lot of people stopped playing Clawbringer, which I thought was a shame, because I really liked the idea of the character.
I was kind of walking through the game anyway, even without that.
They've done a lot of balancing, so I've kind of wanted to get a Clawbringer up and just play around with it. And it definitely lends more to being a solo instead of having a multi-class, just to have it maxed out by itself.
Yeah, like I said, a multi-class to Berserker, but I only spent 3 skill points on it to get the to max out the health regen thing, and that's the only thing I took.
Yep.
So basically that and the class feat I was benefiting from, and then everything else was Clawbringer. It got nuts. The last boss did not last long either.
Were you using the Fires of Judgment, or were you using the Lightning Hammer?
No. I was going all full Mjolnir.
Full Mjolnir, yes.
Mjolnir is nasty.
That's an interesting thing, because that particular ability is boosted by 2 sources. So, like on your enchantments
ability and melee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have anything boosting either one of them, though, I don't think.
And also, it's lightning damage, so if you boost your elemental damage too, that helps that damage multiplier.
I had the thing boosting lightning damage, yeah. I think I came from that ladder. So this way. Well, I gotta give the Urn Witch credit for one thing. Her house is pristine. At least it was before I started smashing everything up anyway.
It is really nice.
Very
I like this game. I like the art on this game.
It's quite nice.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah. So, sometimes this game and Tunic get confused with each other in my brain because they both have similar feels. Out of the way. Shall we dance?
I know this is different, but this is also kind of making me think of Crowspawn. I mean, they're not super similar, other than it's crows with weapons.
I mean, that's fair. I'm also looking forward to the unofficial sequel to Hollow Knight.
We're getting both, apparently, this year. Yeah, which is nice. Bowsworm's coming out, and Silk Song. And Sonic Frontiers.
I'm so excited for Silk Song. Actually, Crowsworn is probably going to be interesting too. But yeah, Silk Song's like, okay, more Hollow Knight, but I get to play the best character. man.
I started playing Sonic 06 today. Ugh. It was worse than what everyone said.
Remember how bad it was? It's actually worse.
It's actually worse. Y'all don't understand.
What was the name of the one where he turned into a werewolf?
That's Sonic Unleashed, and that's actually a halfway decent game.
Doesn't look like it from what I saw.
On the Wii, it's really fun because when you attack, it's the Wiimote motions, so like the nunchuck and the remote. So as you're doing the attack combos with the werehog, you're flipping the controller around, so that's kind of fun. I guess there was more animation sequences in the Xbox version, but I played the Wii version.
How about the Black Knight?
That was... I played that. I don't think I beat the game. The storybook games were weird. They weren't particularly poorly made. They were just not Sonic games. Like, they didn't feel like a Sonic game. But none of those that are mentioned come anywhere close to being as bad as Sonic 2006. That
one was real special.
That was a flaming sack of shit.
I don't remember much about that. I've watched Game Grunts play it, but I don't remember it. It was a while ago, I think.
So it's bad enough that I'm noticing the poor design choices on the devs' part. Like, I'm playing it. I'm like, this game is actively fights you. So a game that is supposed to mimic or give the feeling of fluidity and speed. That's what Sonic games are for. You go fast and you bounce off of things, and it's constant motion. That game is almost specifically designed to have sudden abrupt stops. It wants you to change direction, but it doesn't change the camera angle with you. So you're running off into the unknown.
I hate that kind of thing. It reminds me of the old Crash Bandicoot camera thing where you're running away from something, but you're doing it while looking behind you, so you can't see what you're running towards.
Yeah, and it does
dodge a
have...
pit you didn't know was coming because you can't see anything.
It's...
yeah, I hate that stuff.
It even gives you control of the camera. Like the right stick is the camera control to supposedly make it spin around. But it's so slow, and you're moving so fast, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, not helpful.
It might as well not be there. Like I knew I was in trouble when I was doing the first little side mini quest that introduced you to the I guess his shoes are upgradable in this game. Like you buy stuff with rings to get the abilities like light dash and stuff like that. So the first little one you go through is basically a little course where you're supposed to jump through red hoops, and just kind of run and do jumping and get used to the way Sonic jumps and moves in them. Normally those courses are amazingly fluid. You can just basically keep running and just jump, more or less, and make sure you're moving your character properly, but it's not going to send you off into some area where it's not trying to send you. They're usually really good at directing you where you're supposed to go. This one was not. I went through half of it, and then I ended up running forward looking for more of the red rings, and I realized that there were more, but it was off to the right, off screen, where the camera never showed me.
Wow, that's rude.
Yeah, it was bad.
Whoops. And exploded.
So we
Anyway,
freed a crow.
Or at least the soul of one. So I think there was 4 former Reapers that were sent here. And they just got trapped and died.
Wow, that's rude.
Right?
Smack that little green orb for no reason.
Yeah, he talked shit about your mom. I couldn't allow that.
Okay. That's fair. So I guess after you find all of them, you get to kill the jar lady?
Yeah, I have. There's a door sealed with 4 things that she's. Well, it's blocking the way to her anyway. She's not directly behind it, but. So I have to find the 4 Reaper souls and free them to get through that door. And then I'll get to basically the second half of this area. But in these rooms specifically, I've got to take out these 4 magic urns to unlock the door.
Okay.
That. There we go. By the way, something I couldn't remember. At one point, it was mentioned that there is some sort of I don't know, Beauty and the Beast reference or something like that in Wonderlands. Something about Belle. I couldn't find it, or I don't remember it. So I'm not sure what that was. Do you remember anything like that?
Don't remember anything specifically jumping out.
Oh, maybe Kai can tell us more. Like she heard about it somewhere. I don't know.
Sorry, what?
You said at one point something about a reference to Belle in Wonderlands that you'd heard about.
No, I didn't just hear about it. I saw it happen on the Nerd Street.
Can you
What was
tell
it?
me
I'm
what it
forgetting
is?
what the
'Cause I don't know what you're
reference
talking about.
There is a character, a side character that was straight up Belle Delphine.
Oh,
Delphine.
no. Belle Delphine, not Beauty and the Beast. Yes, there is one. She's the first influencer.
I was gonna say I don't remember it being her specifically, but there was an influencer character. What was her name?
Look at her.
Was her name a Belle Delphine pun or something?
I think her name was something like Belle or Bellatrix or something along those lines.
Is it a
Like it was
version of
obvious
Two-Head?
that it was obvious that it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
Belle.
she's really early on.
That's
her.
fine. I think was there a version of Two Mad?
Visible,
Yet,
weirdly enough.
and yet there was no bathwater involved.
There wasn't. They kept this game very teen. That was one thing I've noticed with the way that the enemies die. It's a lot less violent in Wonderlands than it is in the Borderlands series.
I mean, the tavern doesn't even serve alcohol.
No, just soda and nothing else. Except for like crumpets and ice cream.
They are very specific about how they don't serve anything else. Totally just soda, you guys. I was never really clear on why they made such a big deal out of that.
It was literally to keep the teen rating. They couldn't have too much drug and alcohol references. Otherwise, that
makes sense.
that bumps them over. Like they were dancing on that teen rating, like they were tap dancing on it. Okay, I gotta ask. I'm not going to say this, because I don't really want. Well, it's been out long enough. People know about this scene. Minor spoiler warning. What did you think about the scene with Borg in the ocean?
I loved it. I was just like,
Great.
that was one of the best callbacks in gaming history. I was like, oh, buddy, you finally got to do it. One of my favorite parts of the game.
Magic missile.
I like how it actually affected zones too.
Yes.
Like
you
like there's stuff you can't access in Queen's Gate until after that point if you go back.
Mm-hmm. The obelisk and I think it's a couple of lucky dice.
Yep.
I also like that the tavern, as you beat the obelisk monsters, there would be new decorations in the tavern.
I noticed that.
I'm thinking they were planning on adding maybe more down the road because there, even after you do all the obelisks, there's a couple of empty trophy head spots. So I don't know if maybe down the line that's going to be more content.
Yeah, I don't know, but then I'm not sure they're gonna do anymore.
Yeah, I think the next big thing is going to be Borderlands 4.
Hopefully. The game Wonderlands could have used some more like ongoing characters with it, honestly.
They had enough room to do better DLCs. Like they had opportunities.
The first two were super rushed out.
Yeah. I mean, even with the third one, it's still the same formula. They just switched it up enough to where it's actually interesting. But it's still the same basic. It's not like the full expansive DLCs that like Borderlands 3 had. Or even Borderlands 2. Where it was, nearly a whole nother story added onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And they have plenty of material to work with. They could easily do that if they wanted to with Wonderlands. But
Yeah, the DLCs,
overall.
from what I've heard and seen from people, really seem like, for a game that has been touted as this is what I wanted from the very beginning, it feels like a one-off.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate, seeing as, hey, if this is the game you wanted from the beginning, then go all in, and they just didn't.
There are certain things about 3 that I thought were better. Like, having 3 skill trees per character and stuff like that. But then again, Wonderlands added cool stuff like melee weapons and I don't know. Kind of toss up between the two in some ways. The writing was better in Wonderlands.
Well, the writing.
That was 3's biggest flaw, was the writing.
They have a very interesting character in Vesper, and I feel that they've underutilized her. Also, if I'm not mistaken,
they've barely done anything with her at all.
Yeah, like, they've been foreshadowing that she might end up being the actual final bad guy in the 4th mirror.
That's racist, just because she's a demon.
No, there's stuff that the guy in the 3rd mirror says that's very much, if you're paying attention, you're like, oh, okay, something's going on with Vesper here that they're building up to. Rude.
So you get the new power-ups from these, but you get them by being eaten by the chest and then having to fight your way through. Also, that was something else that was fun in Wonderlands, is how they basically explained the origin of mimics.
Uh-huh.
love the little noises these make when you hit them.
Yeah, just that.
Ah! Ah! Yeah, I would say Wonderland's had some ups and downs. So did 3.
Mm-hmm.
At least they finally made the main villain interesting again.
Yeah, I really like the Dragon Lord.
That was the worst thing about 3, was the villain.
Yeah, they could have done so much better with Troy and Tyrene. Actually, they should have followed that whole siblings not getting along very well.
That kind of, they set that up and then it went nowhere.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake on their part.
They were bad characters to start with, though.
I mean,
the whole story premise was bad.
It was a joke. They were joke bad guys, and that's not a... that doesn't really make for a good villain. Like, it makes for a good mini-boss.
Yeah.
Or, like, side villain. You know?
Yeah, like, there could have been a throwaway one-off, and that would have been fine.
Yeah, making fun of, like, the influence of culture and stuff like that. But making them the ones that supposedly brought all of the psychos and bandits together was a little...
It just...
I didn't buy it.
Upsetting. It's extra upsetting when you think about the fact that the game previous to that, at least in the chronology, had one of the best villains in gaming history.
Yeah.
And then their next villain was one of the worst villains in gaming history. Like, what a fall from grace. Going from Handsome Jack to the Wonder Twins. Even when they explained why they were doing what they were doing, it was still just stupid. Whereas they had an entire game set aside to explain and show you Jack's fall from grace.
Mm-hmm.
And also the fact that he was flawed to begin with, but still. He tried to be a good guy and it just didn't go well.
Yeah.
Then you've got Troy and What's-Her-Face, and they were just brats. Even when they explained why they did it, it was still just them being brats.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how to get out of here. Can I walk around the back? Yeah, okay. Because Birb no fly and Birb no jump.
Interesting.
Fortunately.
Birb is the word.
In order to disconnect a series of open doors in the region. So those 4 Birb souls that we rescued got trapped in there by an order coming from here. They were basically abandoned and shut in. But now I have fireballs so I can burn things on demand. Alright, let's see.
Well,
Alright, let us have a quick break.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say there something for a second there though, Dan, I think?
I was just going to bid everyone a good night. I'm getting a little tired, and since you're taking a break, I think it's a good time for me to go ahead and bounce.
Perfect.
Glad I got to hang out for a little bit.
Yeah. Me too. You have a good one, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You too. Good night, Kai. Good night, Blast.
Good night.
I'll be back in a minute. All right. Return.
Welcome back.
I was just reminded of this amusing news story. You remember a while back we were talking about that person in Elden Ring who called his character "Let me solo her"?
I don't actually recall that.
All right. Well, quick backstory to it. The hardest boss in the game is this optional boss named Millennia. I've fought her a few times, but I've never beaten her, and I've given up on trying. She's so hard, just frustratingly hard. But there's somebody who got so good at fighting her that he made a character named Let Me Solo Her, and he would go and let other players summon him to help with the fight. And his whole thing was just like, you stand back and watch, I'll fight her alone, and I'll just kill her for you, right? And his character was just basically only wore like underwear and a pot on his head, and like had a couple swords, like dual wielding. And he would just go in and wreck her shit because, like, he fought her so many times. I guess he had her patterns down, and he would never get hit. And he just got famous for doing this over and over and over again. Like, he was crazy. Also, keep in mind, though, the way these games work, if you summon another player, the boss gets more health. To you know, balance out the fact that there's two of you fighting instead of one, right? So, he's here soloing a boss that not only is the hardest boss in the game, but now has twice as much health as usual. And he's still soloing her. Like, the man became an absolute legend. There was art about him all over DeviantArt. Like, he's an absolute legend. And recently, the developers of the game have they found out who the person was, and they have sent him a custom-made sword. That's like a, all right, you're an absolute badass. Here, have a gift.
That's really cool.
It's kind of awesome. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the beginning of this.
Even
area.
low quality prop swords aren't cheap, so that's really cool no matter what. And something tells me this was not a low quality prop.
Probably not. Here, I have a link to it I'll put into the Discord. Where is it? You can see the sword for yourself. I'll put it here. We'll put it into stream chat also. It looks like there was looks like they gave him an art book and a scroll and some sort of envelope. And a cloak as well, I think. Give him a bunch of goodies. I think the sword is a replica of one of the swords from the game. Not the sword his character was using, but looks like a great sword of some kind. Kind of an awesome gift, though. I just love the fact that they're just doing that at all. Like, you've become such a legend that even the developers are like, damn. And she will probably remain one of the few optional bosses in the game that I never beat. Funny thing too is she was heavily featured in the announcement trailers and stuff. Like, if you've ever seen,
gorgeous.
Yeah, if you've ever seen any of the trailers for the game, there's this character who looks like an armored Valkyrie with a prosthetic arm and long flowing red hair.
Mm-hmm.
She's the boss in question. She's the hardest boss in the game. by far. She is nasty.
What appears to be a wooden plaque there is that's like hand carved out of numerous pieces of wood. I've done that process before. It's
actually, that's
fun.
That's the thing that I initially mistook as possibly an art book. Yeah, plaque makes more sense.
It could be a cover for a book. I don't know. I'm looking.
Yeah, I'm not sure
more...
if the tweet specifies details, but damn.
No, that is a plaque.
Okay.
There's
I wonder
more
if there's
pictures.
any. I wonder if there's any YouTube footage of him doing the fight or anything like that, because holy
There's a
hell.
map. This is
I'm
a
not
beautiful prop.
slashing you while you're next to an exploding pot, buddy. Sword isn't super fancy, but looks like it's good quality. Also, it's funny how he stole the idea of like running around in underwear with a pot on his head. There's an actual NPC in the game like that. Or at least a potential one. There's a mannequin dressed like that in the game.
So, looking at this is all forged.
Nice.
And not only that, after it was forged, because obviously it's supposed to have like age to it, they fucking aged it.
Nice.
They aged it beautifully. That is easily probably $1,000 to $1,500 prop.
Badass, eh? Isn't it?
Forged as it gets expensive. It gets expensive quick, and yeah, that's really cool.
And yeah, Snowcat, that's what I'm talking about. It's technically not a dead NPC, but it looks like it is. There's a thing in the game where called puppets, where people basically make mannequin bodies, and then you can put somebody's soul into one. And it's one of those that hasn't had a soul put into it yet. But that makes it look like a corpse. You can really only tell by context, though. Like, it looks exactly like an actual person, but it's in an area where it's in a basement full of similar bodies. Also, it's amusing to see a Souls game pop out a sense of humor once in a while too, because there's the game had another thing they have in Elden Ring is these living pots with like they got like arms and legs and they can talk. Just like a living jar of people, right?
Yeah.
For whatever
A pot
reason.
mimic.
Not actually, though.
Well, I mean, yes and no. Like, that is what it was based off of, at the very least.
It could be where they got the idea, yeah. But there's a summon you can get, because the game adds something that the other Souls games didn't have, where you can, rather than summoning other players or NPCs, you can summon critters to help you. And you have to find those as items. They're basically spells you have to find. And there's one where you can get 3 of those little living jar guys. and it's called Soul Jars of Fortune.
Yikes.
It's a bad pun, but it's even funnier because you don't expect that sort of thing out of a Souls game. Yay. Heart container piece. Of course, one of most people's favorite companionable NPCs in the game is one of the larger living jars. People love that guy. He's such a chum. He's a very friendly jar.
I like friendly jars.
And he's full of meat. Yeah, I think I've done what I can do out here until I get a few more upgrades. Got a lot of little hidden stuff there that you have to backtrack for later. Okay, let's go to the basement now that we can. We'll use fire to activate your elevator. As you do. Granny Ernwich has a weird alchemy lab going on down here. Yeah, I'm definitely impressed with Bandai Namco doing that, though.
Yeah, that was
awesome
really
of
cool.
them. Also, I'm glad that boss is optional, because holy hell. Not only are her attacks super hard to avoid, but she heals whenever she does them. She is incredibly mean. You know what? Well, when we're at the end of the stream, I'm going to see if I can find footage of let me solo her fighting her. Let us witness the soloing of her, if we can. Yeah, I did not have the patience to learn her fight that well, though. Jeez. Oops. Also, I don't like the way those lifts growl when I hit them to make them move. Don't like that.
I mean, if somebody hit you, wouldn't you growl?
I mean, I'd rather not be a lift in the first place, but I guess we don't get to choose that, do we?
Being fair. It's not my go-to job either, but if you look at it from the right angles, you know, we're all just lifts in the grand scheme, aren't we? Always lifting somebody else up.
You know, fair. Sometimes that's okay.
Oh, there are a lot of good ways. ways that's a good thing. There are ways where it's absolutely abused too, of course.
By some, absolutely.
Oh, it's surely not all, because if all people abused it, then we would have stopped doing it a long time ago.
Yep. Lady, I'm going to cut you so bad. You are going to wish I didn't cut you so bad. Also, please take your grandson out of the alchemy lab. That's very rude. Should probably go back and check some other things. I don't... Snowcat, what is a Yubaba?
Oh my god, she's not wrong. Yubaba is a character in Spirited Away.
Ah.
She's the proprietor of the
something-
bathhouse.
That is a thing I need to see.
Oh yeah.
I have-
You do.
I have a serious lack of Studio Ghibli inside my eyeballs.
Mm.
By which I mean I haven't seen any of them.
It's funny, I didn't notice it, and then Snow pointed out, I was like, oh shit. Spirited
sure.
Away is one of my favorites. Ranks right up there with Princess Mononoke and Castle in the Sky.
Spirited Away is the one with the big white dragon and the girl, right?
E.
I've seen like artwork and stuff of it at least.
Actually, it's because of those three films and a couple other references in others, but those three specifically, why a lot of people think that those three films make it very clear that this is all happening in the exact same universe.
All the Ghibli stuff, you mean?
Yeah. With the
Ghibli
exception
verse.
of the couple of films that were done that were very, very real.
I like the sort of physics engine they're doing with the debris from the enemies. Like these guys with the pots on their head, you take them out and there's like jar shards flying all over the place.
You know,
Looks good. It's well animated when it happens. I like it. Almost as well animated as Studio Ghibli.
if you really want to have a proper ugly cry, one of the films that is not in the Ghibliverse, if you will, is Grave of the Fireflies. That movie will fuck you up. Especially when you consider that while it is not a direct true story, it is a story that is true. Which is to say that while the characters were fictitious, this is something that actually happened.
Thus the cry.
Oh, it is not a happy story in any way, shape, or form. It's one of those films that you watch to appreciate, not to enjoy. You know?
Right.
Like, I'd put it in the same category as something like Schindler's List. You don't watch that to enjoy it. You watch it to experience it.
I was thinking that based on your description.
In fact, there's another corollary to draw there is the character of, if I recall correctly, it's been years since I've seen Schindler's List, but the only character in the entirety of the film that ever had color, the little girl. She was not a real person, but what happened to her happened to a lot of real people.
Definitely stood out that way.
That was part of the brilliance of that movie, actually. For all of the little pieces of inaccuracies that were strewn throughout it, because you can't ever be 100% accurate for something like that, right? Like, partly because nobody would ever watch it, no matter how important it was. You have to take some things out. Plus, it's such a story, like, that's years of history. You can't put that in a movie. You can't put that in a documentary. But for all of the inaccuracies that it had, it did what it did beautifully. It was such a work of art. It's a reminder that not all art is meant to be enjoyed.
Not that this was fun kind of way, yeah. Sometimes it's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just trying to make you feel a thing.
Yeah. If you don't feel anything, is it really art?
Exactly. And that's why part of what was impressive about some of those Borderlands DLCs and such, like we had the original Tiny Tina DLC, and then they made a whole game based on the same premise, and both of them had an unexpected amount of feels in them. And both just came out of nowhere with it too. I mean, who expects to tear up a little bit when you're experiencing Tiny Tina running a D&D game, right?
Right.
There it is.
Especially in a game that so many people are like, yeah, it's just a stupid running gunner. It's like, yeah, but also no.
I mean, 95% of it is.
If you look underneath the covers a little bit, there's something far deeper than that.
Yeah. Or at least there was until 3 came out.
Well, even 3 has some of that if you're willing to dig.
Some.
Up to 2, it was better.
Not as much.
From what I've seen. I haven't played a lot of 2.
2 had the best writing. For sure. Three still had its moments. They were just more rare. There's too many bad characters, but there were still some great ones. Namely, and most especially, everybody's favorite of 3, Wainwright Jacobs. gayest shotguns and rifles ever. And then they made him a DLC, which, if I remember correctly, was named Guns, Love, and Tentacles, which is a hell of a title.
I remember you telling me that, Snow.
Schindler's Lift. I love hate it.
Here's the thing, though. That's one of those things. Like, I firmly believe that you should laugh about even the darkest things in history, because it takes the teeth out of it. It takes the bite away from the people who did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can't hurt anyone anymore if they're a joke.
Right.
But that means laughing about the good people too. And Oskar Schindler and the other people like him were fucking heroes.
Another
True.
reason why
Honest
that
heroes.
movie's worth watching.
You don't see people doing stuff like that all the time. I think probably the saddest part about the movie and the saddest part of history is that, again, this isn't just for Schindler, but it was for a lot of people in his position, but especially for Schindler. He died regretting that he couldn't have done more. He was totally blind to what he had done.
Yeah, like not acknowledging how much he'd already accomplished.
It's like, dude. How someone can do so much good and be so unaware is mind-boggling to me.
Well, he had his eyes on the prize. He was focused on the idea that more could have been done. More needed to be done.
But the fact of the matter is that all of, especially the scene at the end of Schindler's List when everything was being set up, when he was pointing towards things and saying how many lives those were worth.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he lived
Like,
the rest of his life. It's like,
yeah, it's like if I sold that, I could save this many more lives.
but he completely ignoring the fact that no, he couldn't have. He needed to keep up appearances. He needed to look like the person he wasn't, so he could do anything at all.
I mean, that's probably just part of it, though, because I mean, that's why he didn't do it, right? Like, he's regretting that he couldn't have. But he knew that he couldn't have at the same time. Because if he didn't know that, he would have tried to do it.
Right. It was one of those things. It was like, one of the constant arguments between heart and mind. He always wished he could have done more, and thought he could have done more, even though there's no possible way he could have.
All right, Granny, let's rock. Kick your ass, Grandma. Nah. Ah. Ooh, nice physics on that. Get your bloomers out of here.
Ooh, yes.
No, you're the pot. Yeah, you don't like that, do ya? I actually forgot. I didn't even know that happened. I was just trying to take a shot while she was doing that thing. Oh, did you see when her eyeballs popped? She went back in there. Didn't work that time, though. Couldn't set her on fire again. Ah! Mortar Granny! Ah! Ah! She got me.
Mortis.
Oh, I'm so close to being able to buy another upgrade, too. More damage would have been nice to have before coming in here. Maybe I have to do it when it's facing towards me. Missed. Ah! And he's got a lot of hit points. There we go. Oh man, I got hit by the bullet. Yeah, that's what it is. Eat it. Taste fire, Granny. Oh. Final hit hoisted by your own petard. Which is not something you want to be hoisted by.
No, I imagine not.
Alright, 1 down, 2 to go. Crockery Crone. I like that one. And Grandma.
grandpas.
I like this guy, even though these people had basically gone evil. He's still very respectful of the fallen. Reunited with the grandpot. Quite literally have pots on the brain.
Pot.
She died as she lived, with a pot on her head. It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
Back to the home realm.
Back to the home, Grandma. No.
Not no more.
That was making
Oh,
that was the.
Don't you guys look intimidating?
Ah.
Well, hello. Lord of Doors.
Yes, Lord.
Are you aware that you have a lock for a face? I love those beaks. Nice.
And yeah.
Chow chow. That's black. You! Give me upgrades. Yeah. Ooh, that sword's getting big. Hey, Agatha. Need to invent new forms. 3 typists passed out from exhaustion. Oh, I envy them. She really likes typing. Alright, I think I have to go back to Lost Cemetery. Find the new area. Did his hands spark when clapping? Yes, I think they did. Because he does magic door making. Magic stuff. He's our boss. Okay, so we're back here, but now we can do fire, which I think actually is in here. Aha, now I can get in here. Now we can Zelda our way around and explore the world some more. Fuzzy buggers. Alright, this way, I guess. I don't remember. Do I get soul energy from you guys? I think they're 1 each. Probably not worth grinding them all out. also, what's up here? Yeah. This is a. I don't know. This is a. This. Maybe this. Yeah, it's here. Okay. Let's go back and check out what was in that other direction. Ooh, also one of these. Yoink. Take that. Alright, now we can get in here. What's in here? Ooh, one of those. Definitely need those. Give me some more moolahs. I think I have to shoot it from here because I can't go anywhere else. Yeah. There we go. A whole series of puzzle rooms. Got a fair bit of personality to these enemies. Good job. This is a long gauntlet here. You've got eggs in your back here, just dropping babies while you fight. Pooping out kids mid-battle. Here, let me check. Oh yeah, the door thingy. Hold on, let me check this first. Oh, this is a room I can't do anything with right now. Okay. I have to come back later anyways. I need another power. I need a grappling hook for that. But I can get this for some reason. Old compass. The game has these collectibles that I don't think do anything. They're just purely collectible. I'll have to use the ladder to get out. Yeah, there we go. I know there's some other places that have spiderwebbed up things that we can't get past, or we couldn't have gotten past before. I don't remember where they all are, though. There's definitely some more somewhere. And head to the next area, though, I guess. I have to go farther up. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed there yet, but I have an extra copy of, remember that game I Am Fish?
Yes.
Let me know who wants a copy of it. I've got one to give out. Also, Call of the Sea, that sort of Cthulhu-y exploration game from a little farther back. And also, that game I was telling you that was like XCOM, but had the different aiming system in it, Phoenix Point.
Mm-hmm.
Got one of those as well. Can I flame you? Yes. Hello there. That's one way to do a gondola, I guess. A little unsettling.
Mm.
Can I talk to you? Yeah. Fouled. Overgrown ruins. Ow. I'm not delicious. Stop it. I might be slightly biased in that opinion, though. Hold on. Rock King blocked it up. He sounds like a dick. Blah. Nature's bombs. Ah, I screwed up again. Go. Shortcut. I should probably do a seed here. Oh. before I continue in the other direction. Yeah, there we go. Hidden goodies. Didn't count on my iframes, did you? These little plant bridges. That's kind of cute. Hero. The frog king sat on my brother until his insides became his outsides.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Must find the MacGuffin. There we go. Birb the Bard. It's a good name for it. Also, we need more bagpipe bards. Not enough of them.
True.
So, Kai, you wanted to see this game. How do you like it so far?
I like it.
It's very pretty, isn't it?
It is very pretty.
Ah, you're just leaking water now. Not sure if there's much I can do around here right now.
A very interesting concept to have a pro with a lightsaber.
Right? There's some other weapons we can get later, but that's all I've got right now.
Why hasn't there been a fan series, like either a comic or a short or an animation of furry Star Wars? That would be incredible.
Are you sure there hasn't been?
I've looked before. This is the first time that I've ever put those words into one sentence, like out loud, but I have thought about it before.
Okay.
I've seen fan characters, but entire animations or storylines, I've not seen.
Fur Wars. May the furs be with you. No, that's good.
Get into an adult comedy real quick by saying you're traveling through outer space.
What's her name?
And suddenly it's furry Spaceballs, not furry Star Wars.
Let's be honest, it would have been Spaceballs from the beginning.
I don't know. I mean, it has the potential to be more than that.
Sure, but people were gonna end up being silly with it. What story was it that had like furry earth or firth as a term?
That's a good question.
I remember having a thanks I hate it moment with everybody with that one.
I may have deleted that from my memory.
That's fair. Ata spoos. Big silly head. Come to think of it, I have seen surprisingly little furry 40k stuff.
30K?
For DK. Yes. Surprised I haven't seen much of that. I mean, come on, there's already a legion called the... Actually, there's 2 legions that were named after wolves. One of them changed their name.
Considering how many furries play it?
Yeah. And there's the Space Wolves and, at least originally, the Luna Wolves. Which seems a little on the nose, if you ask me.
Just a little.
But of course, it was their Primarch that started the Horus Heresy, so go figure.
If you look at it from the
himself.
look at it from the perspective that it's all just, you know, a black comedy, then it makes a lot more sense.
Well, I like one guy I know had a theory that the whole thing with the tech priests and the machine spirits was really just a matter of humanity has lost so much of its scientific knowledge that we're basically just a bunch of like tribal culture shaman level people that we don't know how it works, so we pray at it and hope it works. Not the case of how it actually is, but that would have been amusing in its own way. Just a bunch of tech barbarians.
Oh yeah, that definitely would have been funny in its own way.
On the other hand, it's interesting that machine spirits and the Omnisaya actually do exist.
Yeah.
And hell, you gotta be impressed with the Emperor's foresight for realizing that he was going to need the tech priests. And he set up the whole thing to create them thousands of years before anything resembling modern technology came to exist.
Right.
How to get to where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, he basically
It takes
created
a lot
the
of foreskin to do that.
It does. Quite a bit. They never specified exactly when he did it, but there's some stuff in a novel about it. He basically created the Omnisaya. Somewhere in a few thousand BC. It's like, alright, I'm going to capture this being and imprison it inside of Mars. And then a few thousand years later, I will colonize Mars. And the dreams of this creature will influence the people who live there and inspire them to be great scientists and engineers. He thought of this when people were still riding horses and living in straw huts. Like, damn. No, I'm supposed to go north somewhere, but I don't remember how. So that won't open. Ladder's not accessible. Ah, I tried doing a combat roll there too. But it was half a second too slow. I need a pot for heals. Let's try looking around this way. Oh, hey, another perspective hidden thing. Give me your scary eye glow. Alright, one more of those and I'll have another magic bullet. There's a pot. Actually, wait, is there anything hidden in this corner? By the way, I've found a YouTube channel that you should avoid at all costs.
Oh.
It's a bunch of videos of their 2 pet otters. You would hate it.
No problem.
It's cute as heck, though. For those of us that don't hate otters.
I don't hate otters. I think they make lovely purses.
Well, they've got all that storage space after all. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can buy an upgrade, so I guess I might as well do that now that I'm here. And a little bit bamboozled. Would I? Yes, I would. Big lightsaber. I was actually wondering the other day if somebody were to take the Primarchs of the different legions in 40k and make furry versions of them, you know, what animals to use. And I realized one of them was a complete gimme. Because one of them is actually already named Lion.
Yeah.
So clearly he'd have to be like a rabbit or an elk or something. Just for irony.
Zekatai Khan would definitely have to be a
something fast and
cheetah.
ferocious.
The cheetah.
Yes. Cheetah or something similar, yeah. Or you know what? Just for extra levels of irony, have it be a horse. Because the Mongols were known for being horsemen.
Shit. The Night Lords, that was like, what was his name?
Conrad Kurz.
He would have to be a bat.
Yes. And then, of course, you know, Space Wolves guys would have to be a wolf. Oh shit, what's their name? Night Ravens or something like that?
Yeah, a raven.
Yeah.
Vulcan would have to be a salamander.
Yep. Well, I just had an amusing thought of if you extend it to the Traitor Legions as well. What's his name? The Emperor's Children guy.
Yeah.
I forget his name. But he'd have to be like a peacock or something. Because he was always super preening and proud of himself.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's just true. He'd be more likely than Sanguinius.
I can barely tell what you're saying.
I said he may be more likely than. I was gonna say Sanguinius, but he would be more likely.
Sanguinius would have to be a dove.
Yeah, you gotta put. That's right. How about Rowboat Girly Man? What would he?
That's a harder question. Well, he was all about planning and smarts, so maybe an owl.
Or any corvid, really.
Maybe, but we already have one corvid in the list, so just for variety's sake.
Let's see, Rogel Dorn.
I mean, all corvids are smart, but not all corvids are the same.
True. Actually, I don't even know what comprises the full list of them. We have a raven on the list already, though. I'm not sure what's a corvid outside of ravens and crows. And I always get lost in this area.
Crows, ravens, rooks, jackdaws, jays, magpies, tree pies, cows, and nutcrackers. So a blue jay would also be a corvid, which makes a lot of sense.
You know what? We almost have to. We would almost have to make him be the blue jay because his legion is always made fun of for wearing blue. They're the Smurfs.
And they are preening little motherfuckers too.
Yeah, not as much as the Emperor's Children, but probably the second most. Although actually, they would probably make him a phoenix, not a peacock. The Emperor's Children guy, I can't remember his name. Probably make him a phoenix though, because he had a nickname of the Phoenician. I need to be over there on the left, but I don't remember how to get over there.
I would say that he's not necessarily a Primarch, but he is sort of the real instigator of the heresy. Erebus would definitely be a snake.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember what his backstory was, like why he was so evil. I don't know what corrupted Erebus in the first place. I might need to check a guide at some point. I cannot remember how to progress past this area. I remember this giving me a lot of trouble at first when I played this game too. Yeah, I think I might call it here so I can figure out what I'm supposed to do next. Because right now I'm running around in circles and being lost. And we're only 10 minutes away from the normal end time anyway. guess I might as well blow up that passageway though while I'm here. Just open up another shortcut. Yeah, I don't know what else to do. More of a look around, but oh, actually, I can go in here. I can't do anything from this side. That's exit only. Okay. All right.
The Emperor's Children, that'll be Fulgrim.
Fulgrim, yeah, that's the guy.
If the name wanted to give away, Ferrus Manus, Iron Hands.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's leave this here.
I'd say Magnus the Red would be a jackal.
That's pretty good.
Well, it's kind of going with the whole Egyptian theme that, like, the Thousand Sons kind of had, so.
Exactly. All right, let me see if I can find a video of Let Me Solo Her.
Martarion would be, I guess, a buzzard.
A buzzard, or maybe like a rat, because they had a lot of plague.
Yeah.
I don't think they. I'm not sure if they use poison, but I think their planet was very polluted.
Mm.
All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, here we go. Somebody has a video called "I Summoned Let Me Solo Her. Here's what happened, plus my reaction."
Lord.
Let's watch that.
Okay.
You guys will probably need to switch to watching it through the stream to be able to hear it. Actually, I can't hear it. What the hell?
Problem.
Maybe there's no audio? Or maybe it's not using my earbuds for some... Oh well. Oh no, wait, there's sound. This is very faint. Yeah, there he is. Let's see this crazy shit. He's just going right in.
Yo, Jesus, fuck, he's insane. Get him, King!
You can't touch him.
The legend himself. Such an honor. Kinda sucks that he's like it, though. I feel bad for him. God damn.
He might be lagging, but she still hasn't hit him.
Such an honor.
Oh, here's the big attack that I can't deal with. That shit always kills me. He's just dancing around it.
Bro, someone, please.
Shit.
If this man does not have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, I'm gonna be pissed.
Let me just specify. Every time I've tried to fight her, I've been dead, like, long before this point already. Like, I don't think I've gotten her below a third of her health missing. And he's double that. Her shit's just so fast and hard to avoid. She's got so much
maybe
reach.
Over 5,000 hours into this bitch just alone, honestly. On God. Oh, no, the leg! The leg!
Oh, he took a hit.
Stay alive, King! Okay?
Oh, he's doing some damage. Holy crap.
I think it resets me in the middle, so I might die on his occasion, unfortunately. God, pop off, King. You were just better. I didn't expect you to be able to actually, like...
Damn.
Oh shit. There's a phase 2. I didn't even know there was a phase 2.
Go get her, King.
She's in her rock goddess phase.
Bruh. I just can't. This guy is just so insane.
So there's
Oh
a
my god.
there's a particular kind of like extra
What a
nasty
bust.
poison
Oh,
disease
God.
in this game called the Scarlet Rot. And she's the source of it. Like it grows in her body.
The timings on just everything is just so good at it. He's not even gonna fucking pot. He said, fuck that shit. I'm a male. I'm an alpha male, bro. More alpha than
Ugh.
Tyler fucking 1.
That commentary was a bit cringe, but oh well.
Look at him go.
Still the confidence when you're in phase 2 and you haven't even bothered healing.
I think she does the...
Oh shit.
Oh. Bro, he just doesn't fucking care! He's going in! Yeah, I don't even think you can pot during this, can you? Without getting actually chunked for the rest of your HP, no?
I wonder if she has some sort of like special attack she only does if you try to heal.
God, this fight is so relentless. No cow. Name has let me solo her, so... The itch to help is just so fucking huge right now, but he's just gonna fucking do it. He's just gonna do it. I believe. I believe in thy Lord and Savior. Let me solo her. Kind of interesting, though. I'm shocked that he just isn't fucking giving a damn. He's so confident he just doesn't need to pot.
He's probably killed
He
her
is just
thousands
so
of times by
god-tier.
now.
Okay.
Oh shit. Rot flower.
Well, he
That
pot
is
here.
beautiful
Pot's
though.
here. Okay.
For being the
Just-
source of
dude,
this
my
nasty
God.
disease, it's very beautiful.
Hell, he's actually gonna... Oh my god. This is just raw skill. No one can compete. I feel so bad because it looks like he's fucking lagging, but holy shit.
I would say he could be this generation's Leroy Jenkins.
Man with the balls.
Well,
of
no, because he's actually
fucking
skilled and
steel.
competent.
Yeah, but just going in with the sheer amount of
Lag.
don't give a fuck.
Wait. Oh.
In that sense.
Please. You got this. You got this, King.
See, he
this,
understands
King?
the trick to Souls games. Don't get greedy.
Ah,
There were a few times there where
Not
it looked
trying to
like
be greedy.
I probably would have gone for an attack, but he's like, nope, that's a trap.
Yo, he's fucking insane. Oh man. Fucking
Check and wreck.
hell. He's just fucking better.
What a boss.
Holy shit.
It just sits.
Oh man. I am
Now he's gonna sit down and have a
fucking
smoke.
shocked.
Exactly.
Holy fuck. He's just better. He's just better, man. Holy shit. Holy fuck.
Better than all the rest.
Oh my god, dude, I just fucking can't.
It's like
Accurate
just the
reaction.
He's the Musashi of Elden Ring.
Absolutely.
He just comes in, cleans house, and moves on down the road.
And remember, he did that without any armor on at all, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Except for the
Remember
pot.
Well,
Except for the pot, and I don't remember what the pot's stats are like. But yeah.
Musashi had one of his greatest fights without a sword. He just whittled down a boat oar and
Yeah, there you go.